Ephesians 2:10 says this: you are God's masterpiece. Often translations will say you are God's handiwork. But I think we get closer to it when we talk about being God's masterpiece, God's work of art. So I want to know today that I am, and I want you to know today for who you are. You are God's masterpiece. And yes, you and I are messed up. To say the least, But we're messed up, magnificent masterpieces. You see, the spiritual saints and mystics and sages throughout the centuries always have had their own neuroses. But to them, they've been irrelevant. There's some wisdom there, You see, we judge, we condemn ourselves, we work hard to try to fix ourselves. Hey, stop working so hard to fix yourself, but accept yourself, love yourself, even with all of your stuff. So for me, instead of working so hard and trying so hard to fix myself, can I accept myself, love myself just as I am in Christ? You see, spiritual awareness is about becoming who we already are, but we forget who we are. Then when we live in who we already are, then the world gets the gift of you and me. You see, we are God's masterpiece created in Christ to do good works. So when we get in touch with our identity, then we can shine. You know, it's like we're fine, but then we get defined, and the process of life is being refined. That's kind of maybe what sanctification means, becoming refined. I know often I don't feel fine. And that's when I try to fix myself and work on myself. And maybe you can identify that with that as well. You see, what we pay attention to, we get more of, I think. So if I focus on my messed upness and my sin and all the ways I mess up, if I focus on that, what am I going to get more of? And what's my life going to feel like? If I focus on my magnificence and being God's masterpiece, then what's my life going to look like and feel like in focusing on that? We get more of what we focus on, I think. You see, it's not about self-improvement. You and I can't improve the self I already am. How do I say this? Let me say it this way. You can't improve the self you already are in Christ. All you can do is let it shine. And let it shine and accept yourself and let it shine even with all your weirdness, even with all your wackiness, even with all your quirkiness, even with all your goofiness. That's what makes it beautiful and unique, and that you're not like the masterpiece of that person. You're different and unique. So it's not necessarily even about becoming something, but accepting something and realizing who we already are in Christ. And then we can stop working on ourselves, because working on ourselves doesn't work. Then we can start being ourselves. So, yeah, we'll do our spiritual disciplines, our spiritual habits. We'll grow in Christ, but we let God change us if we need changing. And we cooperate with that and choose God and let that happen. But we get on with this thing in life about being the magnificent masterpieces that that we are, even with all of our messed upness. I'm messed up. So what? I'm a masterpiece in Christ. And so are you. So be the masterpiece, the work of art that you are, and shine. Yeah. So take what's helpful, leave the rest. And until next time, may you live all the days of your life.